Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, September 15th, and we are officially halfway through the month of September. Wow, that has gone quickly for sure. If you're joining me this morning, you are on my Instagram or Facebook group, and you know that I have been on a reboot for the month of September. And on Tuesdays, I like to come in and just sort of like give you an update of where I am. So, journaling on point since September 1st, journaling in the morning, using my calendar to the best of my ability, because I want to talk a little bit about that a little later in this video, and closing my day off with a recap as well to just sort of like review how the day has gone and where I'm at and how I kind of showed up the day of that in my planner. So that's been phenomenal for me. Typically, when I journal at night, it helps me wind down as well and quiet my mind because I get any extra thoughts out. And it's surprisingly beneficial when you journal in the evening because not only does it like sort of follow up with the things that you want it to do for the day and follow up on your intentions, but it also allows you to let stuff go. So I have found that really beneficial for me personally. So that's great. So let's just talk about a little bit about some of the things that have been really consistent for me. First of all, working out every single day, every morning. And thank you. Shout out to my workout buddy. You know who you are, Anne. And also with the incentive of being part of that larger group in Ottawa for Jump In for Heart Health and the Heart Institute, and really increasing awareness around heart health in women. So that's also a great motivator for me because, like, I want to be part of that group. I want to show up every day. I hashtag it in my Instagram stories. It's just about being accountable. And like I said, I made a donation and put my money where my mouth was on that new habit. So that's really been beneficial to me. The other thing is that I'm meditating every day. So I definitely found a really good meditation practice. It's a 21 day of meditation. I found it in Audible Books, and it's 10 minutes every day. And that has really helped me. I definitely need something that leads me in meditation. I can't really do it on my own because my mind races too much when I try to quiet it. So having someone lead me through the breathing exercises is really beneficial to me. It's funny because someone on my training team in my corporate life yesterday asked me how I've been able to be successful and start that habit, and that's what I shared with that individual. Now, in saying that, if you don't have Audible books, I'm sure there are a lot of led meditations that you can find on YouTube or on the internet. So if you struggle with that and it's something that you're interested in, hey, that's what I would recommend. Try to find something that's free on the internet. That's for people who kind of need that personal support in getting something led and helping them with their breathing exercises. Yesterday was a really cool meditation where it makes you let go of your ego. And what that does is it allows you to approach working collaboratively with people and not making it about you, not getting upset, making sure you let go of some of the things that you may hang on to or think that define you. And that was really, really helpful because I do work a lot in collaborative projects. And I've come a long way personally on that, where it's really not about me, it's about serving our end user. However, there are some times that, hey, I'm not perfect and I will fall into that trap, and it does not serve anyone well if I think it's all about me or that I'm afraid to give something up. I experienced that the week before I went on vacation. I got my back up a little bit about giving something over to another team. And you know what? I recognized it within 24 hours. I apologized for my reaction with with the person I was talking to, and corrected it immediately. So I'm getting better, but I'm not perfect, that's for sure. So I really wanted to share today about I said I wanted to talk about something a little more in depth later on in my conversation, and it was really about what I learned last week while I was on vacation. So first of all, I'm going to give myself some props here because I actually maintained all my habits throughout my vacation. Those are things that I typically would struggle with when on vacation because I'm not doing my normal routine in the morning. But I stuck to the times. So I got up at 5 o'clock every day except on the weekends. I got up at 6:37 and I maintained my habits. And that is a big win for me because typically on vacation, those are out. I throw them out the window because it's really I look at vacation as a time to really sort of like, um, well, quite frankly, I just have no excuse. I just kind of get lazy and I just don't want to get up. So I maintained getting up at 5 a.m. It served me really well because it allowed me to continue to embed that new reboot in September. I had no distractions with work. It allowed me to kind of spend some time with my husband in the morning before he went to work as well. So that's like a residual benefit that came out of that. But what I really learned was, I spoke about it yesterday, is that I have an area where I set my priorities and I have an area for tasks in my planner. And I do fill those out religiously every morning. Here's what I've learned: if I don't build it into my actual schedule in the day, I quite often will not get to them because I'm easily distracted, or something takes longer than I had planned, or I'm just not managing my time well. Now, what I've learned is if I actually schedule it. So, for instance, on a weekend, I need to schedule when I want to vacuum and dust. Now, that's kind of a bad example because it's going to have to happen anyway. But by doing that, that allows me to get other things done. So I take now those priorities and I actually give them a time in my daily calendar, and I take those tasks and give them a time as well. And it actually allows me to get everything done. And I got to tell you, I don't know how you feel, but when I get stuff done that I've set an intention for that day in the morning, like I get a big boost. And when I don't and I have to carry them over to the next day, I kind of beat myself up a little bit because I feel like I've failed in some ways. So now what I've found is that if I put them in my calendar at specific times or bucket that time to work on those specific projects, I don't end up beating myself up. It's way more realistic because then I look at my whole calendar, especially now that I'm back at work, and I'm realistic about the things that I want to get done as well. So I'm able to celebrate at the end of each day that, hey, I did a great job. Way to go, Wendy. Keep up the great work. So that is the biggest um, takeaway I had from last week. And trust and believe, it took me until the end of last week to really realize that, because by the time I got into the weekend, I was like, why can I not get those priorities done? Like, I keep pushing them to the next day. And then when I put them in the calendar on the weekend, magically got them done. So that's my biggest learning from last week is leverage the tools that you have in place and find what works for you. That works for me. And I'm going to tell you, I feel so much better. I feel so much more in control of like guiding myself through my day and getting the things that I really want to get done, especially around building my business. So, hey, I think that that was a big aha for me. I hope this serves you well, and I hope that that helps you sort of help embed some habits in your daily life. As always, I just want to remind everyone to inspire others, to connect with those who matter most, and cultivate creativity in everything that you do. Peace and love, everyone. Take care. Happy Tuesday.